breaking yet another record with 2,946 new cases reported just today. That's hundreds more than the previous record. The concern cases could splurge even more if a lot of people spend the holiday weekend hanging out in large groups, with popular spots like Lake Lanier and Allatoona Lake expected to be crowded just like we saw over the Memorial Day holiday weekend. Now, the situation has Emory's top doctors pitted against the state, urging Georgia to require masks to curb the spread of the virus.
Until we have a vaccine, we really need society to step up and to change a practice, and we have to do it now. Our window is closing. We don't have time to lose.
Well, today, Governor Kemp set off a statewide tour urging people to voluntarily wear the masks, but stopped short of actually mandating it.
We shouldn't need a mask mandate for people to do the right thing. Summer hit, people were itching to get out after weeks and months of shutdown, not only in our state, but across our country. And, you know, quite honestly, folks got lackadaisical a little bit. And we're all guilty of that. But now is the time to renew our commitment.